And now shifting focus to Canada, in just 4 weeks, the Great White North is set to vote in a general election to elect a new government, including a new prime minister. Now reports indicate that incumbent Prime Minister Mark Carney of the Liberal Party has taken a lead in the polls over his main rival, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. Carney, who took over from Justin Trudeau as Prime Minister in mid-March, is reportedly gaining traction as observers suggest he has a strong chance of forming a majority government, reversing the fortunes of the Liberals, who were headed for an election wipeout under former Prime Minister Trudeau. Now, reports also suggest voters are turning to Prime Minister Carney because they seek quote-unquote security and a reassuring figure in the time of crisis.
He's well-spoken and he's ready to put Canada first, I think, and help out Canadians financially as well and take on the United States. He's not afraid to speak up and challenge, I think, Donald Trump and his tariffs.
Canada's election comes at a time when U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened the Canadian economy with high tariffs and repeatedly called for the country to surrender its sovereignty and become part of the United States. However, on Friday, President Trump said that he had an extremely productive first call with Carney, adding that the two leaders had found common ground on many issues.
The call, you seem to be much more positive about Canada than you've been in the past.
No, I just think, I've always loved Canada, and we had a very good conversation with the Prime Minister, and they've got an election going on, so we're going to meet after the election.
Now, this reportedly marks a stark contrast in tone from the U.S. president, whose dealings with former Prime Minister Trudeau had been frosty. Now, following their call, Prime Minister Carney told reporters that President Trump had respected Canada's sovereignty, but emphasized that the relationship between the two countries had now changed.
Today, President Trump and I spoke on the phone. We had a very constructive discussion, and we agreed to begin comprehensive negotiations about a new economic and security relationship between our two sovereign countries immediately following the federal election. I made it clear that I will be working very hard with my colleagues behind me. I will be working very hard over the next month to earn the right to represent Canada in those discussions.
Meanwhile, Conservative leader Poilievre has launched his campaign with a focus on tax cuts, affordable housing, and the development of Canada's natural resources.
We will cut income tax so you bring home more of each dollar you earn, and hard work actually pays off. And we will do it. We will cut government waste. We will cut bureaucracy, consultants, handouts to corporate insiders. We will cut wasteful foreign aid to dictators, terrorists, and multinational bureaucracies.
Now, Canadian voters have been largely focused on issues such as threats from Donald Trump and strategies to prevent the country from slipping into recession. Several smaller parties have also struggled to gain traction as voters reportedly keep their attention on the two frontrunners. And with the nation of 41 million heading towards a snap election on April 28th, all eyes will be on the race between Carney and Poilievre.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperations.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.